Hello YouTubers, Rogue Monkey Jr. here, and welcome to another episode of Bare Bones Sunday. The gun featured in today's episode will be the AK5C. First of all, sorry for my video being a day late. I just formatted my computer and had to reinstall all my recording software and Battlefield 4 game. That took a little bit longer than I anticipated, so I couldn't really process and render the video yesterday, so I'm going to put it out today. But yeah, so on to the video now. The AK5C is the most versatile weapon, seeing as it can be used by every class. This is my most used weapon in Battlefield. I have like 6,000 something kills with it, so I think I have a pretty good understanding of how it works. It has a pretty standard damage model, like all the other carbines. It does 24 damage maximum, at the exception of a few carbines, and the damage starts dropping off at 8 meters, and it'll go down all the way to 15.4 damage per shot. So up close, 8 meters and closer, you will be killing your enemy in 4 to 5 bullets, depending on not if you get a headshot in there. And then after a while, 50 meters and out, you will require a lot more shots to kill your enemy. It has its 31 bullets in the magazine, well, 1 in the chamber and 30 in the magazine. It shoots at 700 rounds per minute. I like this gun for its versatility, but actually the gameplay in here is on team deathmatch, but I wouldn't really play with this gun if I was trying to be really competitive in team deathmatch, because it has a much slower fire rate than some of the better assault rifles or other carbines. So I would suggest using this in a map or game mode that you need to adapt to many situations, like Conquest or Rush. This could be useful because sometimes you have to get those longer range kills, and seeing as this carbine doesn't have much recoil, that is manageable at a medium range, and you can still do well with it in close range. It has a muzzle velocity of 620 meters per second, which is alright. It has a upward recoil of 0.32, which is not too bad, and then a recoil of 0.2 to the right and 0.2 to the left. So it's mostly going to just pull up, and it's not going to pull right or left. You're not going to have much recoil to deal with. In a few clips on this video, you'll actually see that I get killed by higher RPM guns in team deathmatch. It's just because the gun shoots a lot slower than most other weapons that people tend to use, like the AEK, the FAMAS, the ACWR. They all shoot at a higher fire rate than this weapon. So like I said, I suggest using this weapon in Conquest, where you need to adapt to a multitude of situations. One thing about this gun that's really good, it's its reload time. When you have a couple of shots left in your clip, it will take you 1.9 seconds to reload your gun, and when the mag is totally empty, it will take you 2.4 seconds, which is not that long. You can reload between kills, and you can just get back in the battle really fast, and you don't have to wait a lot to reload the gun. Using this gun stock wasn't too bad. The actual rear sights and front sights aren't as thick as in other stock guns. The front sight is actually good because it kind of like finishes off in like a point, so you can actually pinpoint your target easier. And the rear sight is kind of bulky, but it's not too bad either. I mean, it's manageable. Sometimes you tend to lose your targets a little bit, but all in all, it's all right. So now for the attachments, I just use, for the first attachment, which is the sight, I just use the Coyote red dot sight. I don't really see the point of having a high magnification optic on here like an ACOG or something like that, because you're not really going to be that effective. And I find that having big sights like that actually blocks off a good part of your screen when you have to zoom in, and it takes a lot longer to aim down sight when you have a large magnification sight. So yeah, Coyote. You could use any of the other red dot sights, or like I would go no further than the holographic. For the second attachment, now this is something that I really like about the carbine section of the guns, well, the carbine class. You can have the target detector. Like I know a lot of people think that this attachment is useless, but it's really not. I don't find it's useless, because sometimes if I can't quite see a person and I'm ADS'd and I just mouse over him, the target detector will actually detect him. So I find it's very useful, because sometimes I don't see him and I don't press the Q button, but the target detector will spot him. So this is an attachment that's really fun. You can also have these on the DMRs, which is also very effective. This is one perk that the carbine variety of weapons has over the other weapon classes. The third attachment, I don't use any barrel attachment because this gun doesn't have very much recoil anyways, so you're not really going to need that extra help balancing out the first shot recoil or the recoil, whatever. Sometimes I use a suppressor if I'm playing as the recon class and I want to be a little bit more aggressive. Let's say I'm playing rush and I want to use the Pokeballs and the C4. I will slap on a silencer on the AK5C just to stay off that minimap, because sometimes that can be crucial to your style of gameplay. The fourth attachment that I use is the potato grip, just to minimize some of the effect of the automatic full fire mode. You're going to be able to be more precise if you use this attachment. You can use a potato grip or the other grip that does the same effect. So this is how I like to run the gun. I find it's good, like I said earlier, a good all-around gun. You can do close quarters, medium range, and even further ranges if you have good accuracy and you're able to get those headshots off. And also it's a weapon that has the advantage of having a target detector, and that you can practice with it in every class. So it's a weapon that you can be pretty efficient with, because it's the fact that you can use it in every class that it's so important for that reason. But yeah, other than that, let me know in the comments down below how you guys like to run the AK5C, if you think it's a good gun. And also tell me which gun you would like to see featured in the next episode of Bare Bones Sunday, either by leaving a comment or a Facebook or Twitter message. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching. Have a good one and take it easy.